Haribol Dandot Pranam. So, I am going to recite Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Madhya Lila, 6th chapter. This part 2 I had recited till 111 yesterday. So, before starting, let me pray to Srila Gurudev, to the Guru Parampara, to the Supreme Lord and his near and dear associates. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So text 112 to 120. Acharya Bhagini Pati Shalaka Bhattacharya Ninda Stuti हास्य शिक्षा कराए आचार्य आचार्य सिद्धांते मुकुंदेर हईला संतोष भट्टाचार्य वाक्य मने हईला दुख रोष गोसाईर स्थाने आचार्य कैला आगमन भट्टाचार्य नामे तारे कैला निमंत्रण मुकुंद सहित कहे भट्टाचार्य कथा भट्टाचार्य निंदा करे मने पाइया व्यथा सुनी महाप्रभु कहे ऐसे मत कह आमा प्रति भट्टाचार्य रहे अनुग्रह आमार संन्यास धर्म चाहे न राखीते वात्सल्य करुणा करे न की दोषी आते। आर दिन महाप्रभु भट्टाचार्य सने आनंदे करीला जगन्नाथ दर्शने भट्टाचार्य संगे तार मंदिरे आईला प्रभु रे आसन दिया आपने बसीला वेदांत पढ़ाई ते तबे आरंभ करीला स्नेह भक्ति करी किचु प्रभु रे कहिला। ट्रांसलेशन Gopinath Acharya was the brother-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Therefore, their relationship was very sweet and intimate. Under the circumstances, Gopinath Acharya taught him by sometimes blaspheming him, sometimes praising him, and sometimes laughing at him. This had been going on for some time. Srila Mukunda Datta felt very satisfied to hear the conclusive statements of Gopinath Acharya, but he became very unhappy and angry to hear the statements put forward by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. According to the instructions of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Gopinath Acharya went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and invited him on the Bhattacharya's behalf. The Bhattacharya's statements were discussed before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gopinath Acharya and Mukunda Datta disapproved of the Bhattacharya's statements because they caused mental pain. Hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Do not speak like that. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has shown great affection and mercy toward me. Out of parental affection for me, he wants to protect me and see that I follow the regulative principles of a sannyasi. What fault is there in this?" The next morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya together visited the temple of Lord Jagannath. Both of them were in a very pleasant mood. When they entered the temple, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a seat, while he himself sat down on the floor out of due respect for a sannyasi. He then began to instruct Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on Vedanta philosophy, and out of affection and devotion, he spoke to the Lord as follows. Text 121 to 127. Vedanta Shravan ei sannyasir dharm, निरंतर कर तुम्ही वेदांत श्रवण. प्रभु कहे मोरे तुम्ही करो अनुग्रह, सही से कर्तव्य तुम्ही जय मोरे कहो. 7 दिन पर्यंत ऐचे करे न श्रवणे, भाल मंद नाही कहे बसी मात्र सुने. अष्टम दिवसे तारे पूछे सार्वभौम, 7 दिन कर तुम्ही वेदांत श्रवण, भाल मंद नाही कहो रहो मौन धरी. बुझा की ना बुझा इहा बुझीते ना पारी. प्रभु कहे मूर्खामी नाही अध्ययन, तोमार आज्ञाते मात्र करिए श्रवण. सन्यासीर धर्म लागी श्रवण मात्र करी, तुम्ही जे अर्थ करो बुझीते ना पारी. Translation. The Bhattacharya said, hearing Vedanta philosophy is a sannyasi's main business. Therefore, without hesitation, you should study Vedanta philosophy, hearing it without cessation from a superior person. Lord Chaitanya replied, you are very merciful to me, and therefore I think it is my duty to obey your order. Thus, for 7 days continually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu listened to the Vedanta philosophy expounded by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not say anything and did not indicate whether it was right or wrong. He simply sat there and listened to the Bhattacharya. On the 8th day, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have been listening to Vedanta philosophy from me continually for 7 days. You have simply been listening fixed in your silence. Since you do not say whether you think it is right or wrong, I cannot know whether you are actually understanding Vedanta philosophy or not. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, I am a fool and consequently I do not study the Vedanta Sutra. I am just trying to hear it from you because you have ordered me. Only for the sake of executing the duties of the renounced order of sannyas do I listen. Unfortunately, I cannot in the least understand the meaning you are presenting. Text 128 to 134. Bhattacharya कहे ना बुझी एन ज्ञान जार, बुझी बार लागी सेह पूछे पुनर्बार. तुम्हें सुनी सुनी रह मौन मात्र धरी, हृदय किया छे तुम्हार बुझीते ना पारी. प्रभु कहे सूत्रेर अर्थ बुझिए निर्मल, तोमार व्याख्या सुनी मन है त विकल. सूत्रेर अर्थ भाष्या कहे प्रकाशिया, तुम्ही भाष्य कहो सूत्रेर अर्थ आच्छा दिया. सूत्रेर मुख्य अर्थ ना करो व्याख्यान, कल्पना अर्थे तुम्ही ताहा कर आच्छादन. उपनिषद शब्दे जे मुख्य अर्थ है, से अर्थ मुख्य व्यास सूत्रे सब कहे. मुख्यार्थ छाड़िया कर गौणार्थ कल्पना, अभिधा वृत्ति छाड़ी करो शब्देर लक्षण. Translation. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, I accept that you do not understand, yet even one who does not understand inquires about the subject matter. You are hearing again and again, yet you keep silent. I cannot understand what is actually within your mind. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then revealed his mind, saying, I can understand the meaning of each sutra very clearly, but your explanations have simply agitated my mind. The meaning of the aphorisms in the Vedanta Sutra contain clear purports in themselves, but other purports you presented simply covered the meaning of the sutras like a cloud. You do not explain the direct meaning of the Brahma Sutras. Indeed, it appears that your business is to cover their real meaning. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, the Vedanta Sutra is the summary of all the Upanishads. Therefore, whatever direct meaning is there in the Upanishads is also recorded in the Vedanta Sutra or Vyasa Sutra. For each sutra, the direct meaning must be accepted without interpretation. However, you simply abandon the direct meaning and proceed with your imaginative interpretation. Text 135 to 139. प्रमाणेर मध्य श्रुति प्रमाण प्रधान, श्रुति जे मुख्यार्थ कहे सही से प्रमाण। जीवेर अस्ति विष्टा दुई शंख गोमय, श्रुति वाक्य से दुई महापवित्र है। स्वतः प्रमाण वेद सत्य जय कहे, लक्षण करिले स्वतः प्रामाण्य हानि है। व्यास सूत्रेर अर्थ जैचे सूर्यर किरण, स्वकल्पित भाष्य मेघे करे आच्छादन। वेद पुराणे कहे ब्रह्म निरूपण, सही ब्रह्म बृहद वस्तु ईश्वर लक्षण। Translation. Although there is other evidence, the evidence given in the Vedic version must be taken as foremost. Vedic versions understood directly are first class evidence. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, conch shells and cow dung are nothing but the bones and the stool of some living entities. But according to the Vedic version, they are both considered very pure, purifying. The Vedic statements are self-evident. Whatever is stated there must be accepted. If we interpret according to our own imagination, the authority of the Vedas is immediately lost. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, the Brahma Sutra compiled by Srila Vyasadeva is as radiant as the sun. One who tries to interpret its meaning simply covers that sunshine with a cloud. All the Vedas and the literature that strictly follows the Vedic principles explain that the Supreme Brahman is the absolute truth, the greatest of all and a feature of the Supreme Lord. Text 140 to 143. सर्व ऐश्वर्य परिपूर्ण स्वयं भगवान, तारे निराकार करी करहो व्याख्यान। निर्विशेष तारे कहे जेई श्रुतिगण, प्राकृत निषेधी करे अप्राकृत स्थापन। या श्रुतिर जलपतिर निर्विशेषम, सा साभिधत्ते सविशेषम एव। विचार योगे सति हंतताशाम, प्रायो बलीयः सविशेषम एव। ब्रह्म हिते जन्म विश्व, ब्रह्मेते जीवाय, सेई ब्रह्म पुनरपि है जाय लाय। Translation. Actually, the supreme absolute truth is a person, the supreme personality of Godhead, full with all opulences. You are trying to explain him as impersonal and formless. Whether there is an impersonal description in the Vedas mean to establish that everything belonging to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental and free of mundane characteristics. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, whatever Vedic mantras describe the absolute truth impersonally only prove in the end that the absolute truth is a person. The Supreme Lord is understood in two features, impersonal and personal. If one considers the Supreme Personality of Godhead in both features, he can actually understand the absolute truth. He knows that the personal understanding is stronger because we see that everything is full of variety. No one can see anything that is not full of variety. Everything in the cosmic manifestation emanates from the absolute truth. remains in the absolute truth, and after annihilation again enters the absolute truth. Text 144 to 147. अपादान करण अधिकरण कारक तीन भगवान सविशेष तीन चिन्ह भगवान बहु हैते जबे कैला मन प्राकृत शक्ति ते तबे कैला विलोकन से काले नाही जन्मे प्राकृत मनोनयन अतैव अप्राकृत ब्रह्मेर नेत्र मन। ब्रह्मा शब्दे कहे पूर्ण स्वयं भगवान कृष्ण शास्त्रेर प्रमाण। Translation: The personal features of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are categorized in three cases, namely ablative, instrumental and locative. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead wished to become many, he glanced over the material energy. Before the creation, there were no mundane eyes or mind. Therefore, the transcendental nature of the absolute truth's mind and eyes is confirmed. The word Brahman indicates the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Sri Krishna. That is the verdict of all Vedic literature. Text 148 to 152. वेदेर निगूढ़ अर्थ बुझान ना है, पुराण वाक्य से अर्थ करे निश्चय। अहो भाग्यम नंद गोप व्रजौकसाम यन्मित्रम परमानंदम पूर्णम ब्रह्म सनातनम। अपानी पाद श्रुति वर्जे प्राकृत पानी चरण, पुनः कहे शीघ्र चले करे सर्वग्रहण। अतैव श्रुति कहे ब्रह्म सविशेष, मुख्य छाड़ी लक्षणा अते माने निर्विशेष। षड ऐश्वर्य पूर्णानंद विग्रह जहार, हेन भगवान तुम्ही कहो निराकार। Translation: The confidential meaning of the Vedas is not easily understood by common men. Therefore, that meaning is supplemented by the words of the Puranas. How greatly fortunate are Nanda Maharaj, the cowherdmen, and all the inhabitants of the Brajabhumi. There is no limit to their fortune, because the absolute truth, the source of transcendental bliss, the eternal supreme Brahman, has become their friend. The Vedic Apani-pada mantra rejects material hands and legs, yet it states that the Lord goes very fast and accepts everything offered to him. All these mantras confirm that the absolute truth is personal, but the Mayavadis, throwing away the direct meaning, interpret the absolute truth as impersonal. Are you describing as formless that Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose transcendental form is complete with 6 transcendental opulences? Text 153 to 158. स्वाभाविक तीन शक्ति जय ब्रह्म है, नियक शक्ति का करी तारे करह निश्चय। विष्णु शक्ति ही परा प्रोक्ता क्षेत्रज्ञाख्या तथा परा, अविद्या कर्म संज्ञान्या तृतीय शक्तिर इष्यते। यया क्षेत्रज्ञ शक्ति सा वेष्टित नृप सर्वगा, संसार तापान अखिलान अवाप्नोति अत्र संततान। तया तिरोहितत्वाच्च शक्ति क्षेत्रज्ञ समन्विता, सर्वभूतेषु भूपाल तारतम्येन वर्तते। लादिनी शक्ति संवित् त्वय्य एका सर्व संश्रये, लाद ताप करी मिश्रा त्वयि नो गुण वर्जिते। सच्चिदानंदमय है ईश्वर स्वरूप, तीन अंशे चित शक्ति है तीन रूप। Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead has 3 primary potencies. Are you trying to prove that he has no potencies? The internal potency of the Supreme Lord Vishnu is spiritual as verified by the Shastras. There is another spiritual potency known as Kshetragna, or the living entity. The third potency, which is known as Nisance, makes the living entity godless and fills him with fruitive activity. O king, the Kshetragna Shakti is the living entity, although he has the facility to live in either the material or the spiritual world. He suffers the threefold miseries of material existence because he is influenced by the ignorance potency, avidya potency, which covers his constitutional position. This living entity, covered by the influence of Nisance, exists in different forms in the material condition. O king, he is thus proportionately freed from the influence of material energy to a greater or lesser degree. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Satchidananda Vigraha. This means that he originally has three potencies: the pleasure potency, the potency of eternality, and the potency of knowledge. Together, these are called the Chit potency, and they are present in full in the Supreme Lord. For the living entities who are part and parcel of the Lord, the pleasure potency in the material world is sometimes displeasing and sometimes mixed. This is not the case with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is not under the influence of the material energy or its modes. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in his original form is full of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. The spiritual potency in these three portions, Sat, Chit, and Ananda, assumes three different forms. Text 159 to 163. Ananda amshe ahladini, shad amshe sandhini, chid amshe samvit, jare jnan kari mani. अंतरंग चित शक्ति, तटस्थ जीव शक्ति, बहिरंग माया, तीने करे प्रेम भक्ति. सदविध ऐश्वर्य प्रभुर चित शक्ति विलास, हेन शक्ति नाही मान परम साहस. मायाधीश मायावशा, ईश्वरे जीवे भेद, हेन जीवे ईश्वर स कहोत अभेद. गीता शास्त्रे जीव रूप शक्ति करी माने, एन जीवे भेद कर ईश्वरे रसने. Translation: The three portions of the supreme potency are called the bliss portion, the eternity portion, the knowledge portion. We accept knowledge of these three as full knowledge of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. The spiritual potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead also appears in three phases: internal, marginal, and external. These are all engaged in his devotional service in love. In his spiritual potency, the Supreme Lord enjoys 6 kinds of opulences. You do not accept the spiritual potency, and this is due to your great impudence. The Lord is the master of the potencies, and the living entity is the servant of them. That is the difference between the Lord and the living entity. However, you declare that the Lord and the living entities are one and the same. In the Bhagavad Gita, the living entity is established as the marginal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yet you say that the living entity is completely different from the Lord. Text 164 to 168. Bhumir apo analo vayuhu kham mano buddhi revacha ahankara ityam me bhinna prakritir ashtadha अपरियमितस्त्वन्याम प्रकृतिम विद्धि में पराम जीवभूताम महाभावो ययेदम धार्यते जगत. ईश्वरेर श्री विग्रह सच्चिदानंद आकार से विग्रह कहो सत्व गुणेर विकार. श्री विग्रह जे ना माने सहित पाषंडी अदृश्य अस्पृश्य से है यमदंडी. वेद न मानिया बौद्ध है त नास्तिक वेदाश्रय नास्तिक्यवाद बौद्धा के अधिक. ट्रांसलेशन: अर्थ, वाटर, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence and false ego are my eightfold separate energies. Besides these inferior energies, which are material, there is another energy, a spiritual energy, and this is the living being. O mighty armed one, the entire material world is sustained by the living entities. The transcendental form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is complete in eternity, cognizance and bliss. However, you describe this transcendental form as a product of material goodness. One who does not accept the transcendental form of the Lord is certainly an agnostic. Such a person should be neither seen nor touched. Indeed, he is subject to be punished by Yamaraj. The Buddhists do not recognize the authority of the Vedas, therefore they are considered agnostics. However, those who have taken shelter of the Vedic scriptures yet preach agnosticism in accordance with the Mayavad philosophy are certainly more dangerous than the Buddhists. Text 169 to 171. जीवेर निस्तार लागी सूत्र कैला व्यास मायावादी भाष्य सुनीले है सर्वनाश परिणामवाद व्यास सूत्रेर सम्मत अचिंत्य शक्ति ईश्वर जगद रूपे परिणत मणि जैसे अविकृते प्रसबे हेम भार जगद रूप है ईश्वर तबु अविकार. Translation. Srila Vyasadeva presented the Vedanta philosophy for the deliverance of the conditioned souls. But if one hears the commentary of Shankaracharya, everything is spoiled. The Vedanta Sutra aims at establishing that the cosmic manifestation has come into being by the transformation of the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The touchstone, after touching iron, produces volumes of gold without being changed. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests himself as the cosmic manifestation by his inconceivable potency, yet he remains unchanged in his eternal transcendental form. Text 172 to 175. व्यास भ्रांत बलि से सूत्रे दोष दिया विवर्तवाद स्थापियाछे कल्पना करिया जीवेर देहे आत्मबुद्धि से मिथ्या है जगत जे मिथ्या नहीं नश्वर मात्र है. प्रणव जे महावाक्य ईश्वरेर मूर्ति प्रणव हिते सर्ववेद जगत उत्पत्ति तत्त्वमसि जीव हेतु प्रादेशिक वाक्य प्रणव नामानि तारे कहे महावाक्य. Translation. Shankaracharya's theory states that the absolute truth is transformed. By accepting this theory, the Mayavadi philosophers denigrate Srila Vyasadeva by accusing him of error. They thus find fault in the Vedanta Sutra and interpret it to try to establish the theory of illusion. The theory of illusion can be applied only when the living entity identifies himself with the body. As far as the cosmic manifestation is concerned, it cannot be called false, although it is certainly temporary. The transcendental vibration Om is the sound form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All Vedic knowledge and this cosmic manifestation are produced from this sound representation of the Supreme Lord. The subsidiary vibration Tat Tvam Asi, you are the same, is meant for the understanding of the living entity. But the principal vibration is Om. Not caring for Om, Shankaracharya has stressed the vibration Tat Tvam Asi. Text 176 to 180. एहि मते कल्पित भाष्ये सत दोष दिला भट्टाचार्य पूर्व पक्ष अपार करिला वित्तंडा छल निग्रह आदि अनेक उठाइला सब खंडी प्रभु निज मत से स्थापिला। भगवान संबंध भक्ति अभिधेय है प्रेम प्रयोजन वेद तीन वस्तु कहे। आर जे किछु कहे सकलई कल्पना स्वतः प्रमाण वेद वाक्य कल्पेन लक्षण। आचार्य दोष नहीं ईश्वर आज्ञा हैला अतएव कल्पना करी नास्तिक शास्त्र कैला। ट्रांसलेशन। Thus Chaitanya Mahaprabhu criticized Shankaracharya's Sharirika Bhashya as imaginary, and he pointed out hundreds of faults in it. To defend Shankaracharya, however, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya presented unlimited opposition. The Bhattacharya presented various types of false arguments with pseudo-logic and tried to defeat his opponent in many ways. However, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refuted all these arguments and established his own conviction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the central point of all relationships. Acting in devotional service to Him is one's real occupation, and the attainment of love of Godhead is the ultimate goal of life. These three subject matters are described in the Vedic literature. If one tries to explain the Vedic literature in a different way, he is indulging in imagination. Any interpretation of the self-evident Vedic version is simply imaginary. Actually, there is no fault on the part of Shankaracharya. He simply carried out the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He had to imagine some kind of interpretation, and therefore he presented a kind of Vedic literature that is full of atheism. Text 181 to 187. Swagamaihi kalpitaistvamcha janan mad vimukhan kuru mam cha gopaya yena syat srishtir eshottarottara mayavadam asat shastram prachannam bauddham uchyate mai aiva vihitam devi kalau brahmana murtina. सुनी भट्टाचार्य हैला परम विस्मित मुखे ना निस्सरे वाणी हैला स्तंभित। प्रभु कहे भट्टाचार्य ना कर विस्मय, भगवाने भक्ति परम पुरुषार्थ है। आत्मराम पर्यंत करे ईश्वर भजन, ऐसे अचिंत भगवानेर गुणगान। आत्मरामश्च मुनयो निर्ग्रंथ अपि उरुक्रमे कुर्वन्ति अहैतुकीं भक्तिं इत्थम भूत गुणो हरिहि। सुनी भट्टाचार्य कहे सुन महाशय यही श्लोक के अर्थ सुनीते वांछा है। ट्रांसलेशन। Addressing Lord Shiva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, please make the general populace averse to me by imagining your own interpretation of the Vedas. Also cover me in such a way that people will take more interest in advancing material civilization just to propagate a population bereft of spiritual knowledge. Lord Shiva informed Goddess Durga, the superintendent of the material world, in the age of Kali I take the form of a Brahmin and explain the Vedas through false scriptures in an atheistic way similar to Buddhist philosophy. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became very much astonished upon hearing this. He became stunned and said nothing. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told him, do not be astonished. Actually, devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the highest perfection of human activity. Even the self-satisfied sages perform devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Such are the transcendental qualities of the Lord. They are full of inconceivable spiritual potency. Those who are self-satisfied and unattracted by external material desires are also attracted to the loving service of Sri Krishna, whose qualities are transcendental and whose activities are wonderful. Hari, the personality of Godhead, is called Krishna because he has such transcendentally attractive features. After hearing the Atmarama verse, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya addressed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear sir, please explain this verse I have a great desire to hear your explanation of it. Text 188 to 195. प्रभु कहे तुम्ही की अर्थ करो ताहा आगे सुनी पाछे आमी करीब अर्थ जेवा किछु जानी सुनी भट्टाचार्य श्लोक करीला व्याख्यान तर्क शास्त्र मत उठाए विविध विधान नवविध अर्थ कैला शास्त्र मत लैया सुनी प्रभु कहे किछु ईशत हासिया भट्टाचार्य जानी तुम्ही साक्षात बृहस्पति शास्त्र व्याख्या करीते इच्छे कारो नाही शक्ति किंतु तुम्ही अर्थ कैले पांडित्य प्रतिभाए इहा वही श्लोकेरा अच्छे आरो अभिप्राय भट्टाचार्य प्रार्थना ते प्रभु व्याख्या कैला तार नव अर्थ मध्ये एक न चुनिला आत्मरामश्च श्लोके एकादश पद है पृथक पृथक कैला पदेरा अर्थ निश्चय तत् तद पद प्राधान्य आत्मराम मिलाई अष्टादश अर्थ कैला अभिप्राय लिया Translation. The Lord replied, first let me hear your explanation. After that I shall try to explain what little I know. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then began to explain the Atmarama verse, and according to the principles of logic, he put forward various propositions. The Bhattacharya explained the Atmarama verse in 9 different ways on the basis of scripture. After hearing his explanation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, smiling a little, began to speak. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Bhattacharya, you are exactly like Brahaspati, the priest of the heavenly kingdom. Indeed, no one within this world has the power to explain the scriptures in such a way. My dear Bhattacharya, you have certainly explained this verse by the prowess of your vast learning, but you should know that besides this scholarly explanation, there is another purport to this verse. Upon the request of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to explain this verse without touching upon the 9 explanations given by the Bhattacharya. There are 11 words in the Atmarama verse, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained each word one after another. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took each word specifically and combined it with the word Atmaram. He thus explained the word Atmaram in 18 different ways. Text 196 to 203. भगवान तार शक्ति तार गुणगण अचिंत्य प्रभाव तीनेरा ना जाए कथन अन्य जत साध्य साधन करी आच्छादन ए तीने हरे सिद्ध साधकेर मन सनकादि शुकदेव ताहाते प्रमाण ए मत नाना अर्थ करे न व्याख्यान सुनी भट्टाचार्य रे मने हैला चमत्कार प्रभु के कृष्ण जानी करे आपना धिकार इहो तो साक्षात कृष्ण मोहि ना जानिया महा अपराध कईनो गर्वित हिया आत्मनिंदा करी लैला प्रभुर शरण कृपा करी बारे तबे प्रभुर हिल मन निज रूप प्रभु तारे करायला दर्शन चतुर्भुज रूप प्रभु हिला तखन देखायला तार आगे चतुर्भुज रूप पाचे श्याम वंशी मुख स्वकीय स्वरूप. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, His different potencies and His transcendental qualities all have inconceivable prowess. It is not possible to explain them fully. These 3 items attract the mind of a perfect student engaged in spiritual activities and overcome all other processes of spiritual activity. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained the meaning of the verse by giving evidence concerning Shukadeva Goswami and the 4 rishis Sanaka, Sanat Kumar, Sanatan and Sananda.